And good afternoon and welcome back inside Cantrell Stadium on the campus of McEachern High School, where it's game 3 of 6 for the GHSA State Championships in the sport of soccer, where today the Glenn Academy Terrors come in first place at a Region 2. They'll face the Alpharetta Raiders, a fourth place team at a Region 7 in the 6A championship matchup. And hey there, everybody. Thanks for joining us once again. With Brandon Joseph, I'm Justin Hanover. And a couple of very competitive matches yesterday. One in penalties, the Westminster women won. Then a late goal by the Westminster men. They took care of business 1-0 over Calhoun. And Brandon, once again, we may have an undefeated team today, but we should have a very competitive contest, one would assume, in this one.
Yeah, championship matchup, and we talked about it a little bit yesterday. Throw the record books out the windows. Alpharetta has come here to play. They're not intimidated by the goose egg on Glenn Academy's loss column, and they're going to come out here and give their best shot early to try to dictate the tempo and flow of the contest.
Tom Lemon, 21-0, 8-0 in their region from that Region 2. An unbelievable run this year. They've allowed only 6 goals, 16 clean sheets, have not allowed a goal in the playoffs yet. And Bliss Hutchins, absolutely out of her mind she played, said the coach in Tom Lemon. And you've been around high school sports for a while. If you have that red-hot goalkeeper and you've got a defense that doesn't allow goals, you're in pretty good shape.
And that's the thing. It's how many times do we see teams that don't allow goals, but their keeper hasn't been tested, their keeper hasn't been tried? Well, Bliss Hutchins has been tried. She has answered the call, and that is a double positive, knowing that the defense doesn't really allow a lot of shots on goal, but when they are, you are sure that you're well protected in that.
Absolutely. Alpharetta 13-6-3. I mentioned just 8-3 in Region 7, but they have caught lightning in a bottle. And the Raiders, a program which always high class, always at a high level. They know they're up against a team in Glenn Academy with tremendous speed today. And as Michael Nance told us, they really need to possess. And he gave a gaudy number. They need 60% of the possession today, which is a lot in a soccer match against a quality opponent.
Yeah, and that's going to be the toughest part. You can write it on paper. We need that. How do you execute? How do you actually possess the ball for 60 seconds at 60% of the time and make sure that those are quality possessions? You can possess the ball, but are they quality? Are they turning into chances? Are you making the most of those possessions?
And they're going to want to stop that great counterattack of the Lady Terrors, who certainly can score on you at any moment. Taking a look at how they got here. Glenn Academy called the visitors in this one, and they come from quite a distance from the coast. They beat Pope 1-0 in that semifinal match. The Maddie Carroll headball goal from right around 14 yards out with 28 minutes to go. That was the difference. In the quarterfinals, another 1-0 victory over Creekview. Meanwhile, Heritage in the round of 16, 2-0, and that first round 9-0 victory. Alpharetta, well, a good path as well. 1-0 over Johns Creek, and what some would view as an upset. A Johns Creek team they know well that went 8-0 in region play to win that Region 7. Grovetown 3-0 in the quarters. A quality Harrison side 1-0 in the round of 16, and a 4-1 win over Decula. So you put all that together, and these teams combined in 8 playoff matches have allowed 1 total goal.
This is what championship caliber matches are made of, and for the team that can score first, they feel really confident that that's how the game is going to end. So don't be shocked if it's a 1-0 finish to this game, and it's going to be the importance of who can get that one first, because you are 100% confident once you have a lead that you're not going to concede a goal.
Quality 1-0 victories coming into this one. Once again, the Terrors over a high, solid Pope team, and meanwhile, Alpharetta against a rival in Johns Creek. Do note it's 90 degrees overall, probably 100+ on that pitch. So there will be a water break at some point in the midway mark of each half. The Terrors huddle up. They're going to come out in their red jerseys. Meanwhile, the Raiders in white. Glenn Academy with this opening kickoff. We get ready to go. The whistle blown by Brian Marshall. And they just whack it down there. And it would have been the quickest goal in soccer history had that traveled in.
Try to set the tone early, I guess.
Sometimes you play it sort of wide to try and get a quick winger to run down there. This one was just, let's whack it at the keeper, and maybe she'll be nervous.
So for Glen Academy, they probably have an idea of what Alpharetta wants to do, what Alpharetta is going to need to do, and you can't have that kind of turnover.
No, Ellie Fuller, the freshman, picks it up, gets dispossessed, though. Very well done in the end. You see defending there, knocking it out of bounds. Lacey Tucker, the sophomore. Jenna Corbin, by the way, another freshman for Alpharetta in goal as that ball's played across and volleyed. Not a bad opportunity as they get in that box. Your officials today mentioned Brian Marshall in the center, Scott Bedolski, AR1, Matthew Hinman, AR2, and Mark Irich is the fourth official. So here's Bliss Hutchins with that left-footed line drive. Alpharetta very aggressive here early on. Granted, just a whole 90 seconds in, but on the front foot. Here's Hutchins. Had such great saves, numerous ones against the Greyhounds in that last round. Caroline Horton, the senior. We'll see how Alpharetta matches up with that speed up top for the Lady Terrors. Always on edge for sure. Need to have discipline in the back. You see the 4 in the back, maybe even 5 at times. It's volleyed away. Dara Fuller had the assist on the game-winning goal against Johns Creek, the junior. Kate Roth, one of the captains, a senior, playing that one forward.
A lot of space.
Oh, that's a great ball through. Here comes Fuller, the freshman, on her left foot. And that's one of those, Brandon, either shoot the ball or pass the ball, and that was an in-between. And
she got caught in between on what she wanted to do, whether to cross it and leave it back for, I believe that was Abby Stevens, making the late run, or to put it on frame. And, yeah, indecision right there. So she kind of put a little tweener.
Yeah.
And it just ended up rolling out for the goal kick.
And now you see the speed on that left side. Trying to make up the room, and almost did for Glen Academy. Once again, this is the 6A Women's Championship Final on the NFHS Network. Appreciate you joining us here. You're watching live coverage of the GHSA Soccer Championships on the NFHS Network. NFHSnetwork.com/GHSA, your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of Georgia High School Championship action. In the box, cross.
Good cross by Anna Meredith.
And does Meredith win a corner? The sophomore does.
Yes.
So maybe that'll tilt the pendulum a little bit as the Lady Terrors go on the attack. And they'll bring some numbers. Alpharetta puts 10 in the box. They keep one high. Long cross. Sally Brock. A lot of freshmen on this pitch today. And Brock just slips a bit.
And a lot of impact freshmen also.
Yeah, yeah. We've seen Brock. We've seen the keeper here in Corbin. Sydney Martin, a freshman. Ellie Fuller's done a nice job early on. Amazing. Middle school soccer just a year ago, now in a state championship final. Unlucky off the boot there of Fuller. Well possessed by Kate Roth. Well, I thought she was going to win a throw, and they say that's off Kate. And Sophie Cox disagreed.
And with this insane heat down there, both teams are going to take it slow, try to feel it out.
Good tackle by Meredith there.
pace and conservation will be huge.
But as you said, if you can get in front and get that first goal somehow, you feel really good about the way you've been playing defense. Glen Academy all year with those 16 clean sheets, they've allowed just 6 goals. Amazing. And you've got to figure, they're so good, they've been up a bunch in a lot of matches, so they've called the dogs off, and they've brought in a lot of the backups, and yet they still don't allow much.
And that's going to be a crucial part tonight also is, the bench play and having the bench play meaningful minutes, extended minutes, and also earning that trust in, hey, you can continue these philosophies, you can play strong defensively, I can trust you in this championship contest. It's going to be big, and it's going to have a level of attrition to this contest tonight.
Depth will be huge. We saw far more substituting in those 2 matches yesterday than if it was a nice, cool environment. There's no doubt in my mind. Every few minutes we saw it. The Yellow Jackets in the late game, tons of cramps every few minutes. So it's really meaningful here as Dara Fuller will take this free kick from just inside midfield. Anna Meredith with that blazing speed on this right side. They cannot let her get off, and very well done headed out there by Caroline Horton. You already see what they have on both flanks, the ladies in red. Oh, well possessed there. Haley Williams, the sophomore, coming back to it. Little run at goal right now for the Raiders. 1-2, brilliantly done. The shot goes wide. Nice piece of soccer. Jenna Horton involved.
Jenna Horton did a nice job. She tried to pass that over to Ashley Dunlop, but it was well defended. But Horton, following her shot, was able to maintain possession and ultimately getting a pretty good look.
Now, not a good giveaway, though. There's a lot of room in midfield, a big pitch. You cannot lose possession and let either of these sides run at you. Clever ball back from Horton again. Remember, if you want to watch this match forever for a loved one, a grandkid, you can purchase a DVD keepsake copy of today's event. Click on the blue Get the DVD button directly under your event in the video player, or click on the Buy a DVD button on the top right-hand corner of the NFHS Network website. Keep this match forever. Listen to Brandon Joseph's voice in 10 years from now.
Forever, ever?
Forever. There's Horton with that shot. Very active in the early going. Still 0-0. Terrors and Raiders. 8.5 minutes in.
If you're Alpharetta, what we're seeing from them is they're just trying to put a lot of shots and make Bliss Hutchins work in net.
Shooting the ball's never a bad philosophy. Good turn, Alana Dodd. Little giveaway again, though. Oh, clever move, the cutback again. That's Horton. Oh, the speed for Alpharetta now. A brilliant chance. And the Alpharetta Raiders are on the board.
What an amazing play. Jenna Horton feeding her teammate. And what a great long run. And again, just put it on frame, make Bliss Hutchins work. And Bliss Hutchins was caught flat-footed, had to worry about the cutback.
The speed, though. Cut it back brilliantly, puts that ball through, and just watch that track-type speed. Wow. And Alpharetta does what not many teams have done. Just scored a goal against Glen Academy.
Alpharetta goal scored in the 9th minute by number 2, captain Mary Weigel.
The captain, Mary Weigel. Once again, though, the brilliance of Jenna Horton leading to that. Now the other way. Haley Williams. Crossed, and big-time save by Corbin.
Corbin did a nice job of attacking the ball, going out and not leaving any doubt.
You have to like that response, though. Not putting your head down and right off the bat being the aggressor, which we saw yesterday in that Lovett-Westminster match. Lovett would take the lead, and Westminster would come right back and tie it up 3 times in that match. Here's Horton again.
And we mentioned the 60%, and Alpharetta's really held firm that the first 10 minutes into this game.
Yeah, they have. That ball's played long, a bit too long. So what a start for the Alpharetta Raiders. Mary Weigel, the senior, looking to end her high school career in style. That was Glen Academy type speed on that right side.
Great long run. She started at just past, about 10 yards past midfield and just kept going.
And she was behind the defender by a good 5 or 6 yards. As they would say in track, she walked her down. Lacey Tucker will leave it right there for the long throw upcoming. Mandy Kelch.
Glen Academy needs to worry about an Alpharetta counter.
Head ball bouncing around the 6. The shot, and we're level! What a response just a minute later.
Bounced around off of a couple of heads and then landed on the foot of the goal scorer for Glen Academy. And the freshman keeper, Jenna Corbin, was screened.
And a little half volley from the 6. So, who said there would be a lack of scoring in this one? As Maddie Carroll levels things up.
And Maddie Carroll did a great job of just letting the ball fall to her foot, and knowing the keeper was screened, went top left and just right by the freshman.
Moments of brilliance from both of these sides. That's played in the head ball, and Hutchins comes up with that. So I would say a lot more offense than we were expecting in the early going. Some incredible pieces of work offensively to break down these defenses. Here's Meredith. Tries to play to feet. She does. Looking to combine there with Sally Brock.
Now if you're Glen Academy, string together a couple passes. Use the space in the field.
Again, they tried the 1-2. This time did not connect, but they retained possession, going direct.
Good job of coming up in support, Marley Johnson. Would have probably liked to see her keep it on the ground, try to keep a couple more passes together.
Well, you're starting to see, it appears Alpharetta will try and, as we said, possess more, win that midfield. Glen Academy is going to want to use more of their weapons on the outside with speed. Ironically enough, the Alpharetta goal was the one that used the speed the other way, and Glen Academy more had the pressure possessing. So it doesn't always go to plan, but 1-1, 12 and a half minutes in, Glen Academy and Alpharetta. We'll get a substitution here as Abby Schwartz, who had that goal in the last match, a super sub coming on in. She'll replace Ellie Fuller, who's really done a nice job for the first 12 and a half minutes. Fuller's provided a lot of danger here for the Raiders.
Good job of winning possession there.
Played it across the 18. And a chance, and oh, she had a little bit more time, did Schwartz.
I think Abby Schwartz was a little bit shocked that she actually won that possession.
Yeah.
And didn't realize that she could have maybe taken a touch and then a shot.
Instead of wrong footing it without her balance, right. Here's Megan Adam, the senior.
It's a good challenge in the midfield for Glen Academy.
If you're just joining us, this is the first of 4 matches today. We'll have what could be the match of the championships, in my opinion. Chattahoochee and Cambridge, a rematch coming up next. And then the 7A, Milton and Parkview in the ladies, and Lambert and South Forsyth will cap off what will be, I'm sure, another incredible championship weekend. We're here at McEacher, and they're also at Macon. Good win there by Anna Meredith, who's looked good early on. They play through. Very well done. Abby Schwartz now on this left side, little 1v2.
Good find. See if Weigel can get on the end of that. But that's ever since Abby Schwartz has come in, she's been very good and very creative with a lot of her touches.
And a good job there in the back to thwart a potential breakout. Here's Schwartz again, little step over, dispossessed. Always looking for the speed up top of Anna Meredith. And that time it almost backfired, as they could have played some possession, had time, but they just tried to play it direct. Good win by Adam. And a giveaway at midfield. Alpharetta looking to run at the Terrors, and here they go. Jenna Horton, trouble. Long shot, and well saved by Hutchings.
Bliss Hutchins could not take any chances up against the post. That was a very well-placed shot.
Take no chances, because that was upper 90.
Yeah.
Sometimes you punch it away when it's not on frame. Well, that time, that was on frame. How good has Jenna Horton been in these first 15-plus minutes? As Alpharetta running in from the 18. Here comes Schwartz. They play it to Abby. And a second ball comes in and put over the top by Fuller.
Good timed run by Abby Schwartz. Actually created the space for Fuller. Even though that pass was probably intended for Schwartz, Fuller did a nice job of filling in behind and had a great look, just a little too strong. Sent it over the cross.
Alana Dodd checks in, but you're exactly right. You make that first run where if you could put it on frame, great. If not, you almost dummy it. You let it go by you, and then you have the second run come in, and it almost worked to perfection right there.
And credit to Abby Schwartz, who put herself in position to make a play on the ball, and when she went up the flail, contact was made with number 19, Megan Hudson, but she was playing the ball, so the referee allowed the contact. No foul was called.
High quality of soccer so far. Yesterday we had 5 goals in the first half in Lovett and Westminster, but it almost felt like those were somewhat accidental goals. Today these ladies appear like there's more of a purpose. Every ball is going to the spot they want it to go. They just feel more dangerous in possession, both sides.
There were 2 very creative goals, 2 well drawn up goals that were executed very well.
Good quality finishes. Caroline Horton knocks it forward. Well won. As they look to play to feet once again to Meredith. A lot of bodies going down. We play on. That's a little bit heavy there from Cortland Rodini, another freshman. We reach the 18-minute mark in. It's about this time we'll get a water break. The official has the liberty right around now to call it, or the next few minutes, so I would assume the next stoppage. We will have a 2-minute water break as it's 90-plus degrees here in Atlanta, Georgia. That's not what you want to do. Shot from distance and a corner kick upcoming.
Yeah, poor goal kick from Dara Fuller, but a good recovery. Deflected it out, conceded the corner.
Alpharetta keeps 1 up high, 10 in the box to defend. Glen Academy with only 4 in the box. Lofting ball. And played out. See if the Terrors can remain on the front foot here. The throw in from Lacey Tucker. Haley Williams. Oh, and a good job Schwartz coming back very well. Good possession. The triangle formed in this corner as they look to get out of dodge, and they do.
Horton covering a lot of ground for Alpharetta.
Extremely impressive in the early going, and here she goes, no. Millie Velazquez, the senior who just checked in. Oh, it's a great ball to feed as they look to go the other way, change that point of attack.
See if Williams can get to the end of it.
Blazing speed, almost. And we will get our first water break right now with 20 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in a wildly entertaining first half. And you look at Alpharetta, and you think about, Brandon, they finished 4th in their region. How good of a region is that with Johns Creek and Pope and Dunwoody? They finished 4th. This team is very impressive in the early going.
And they came to play very sporty early on in the first part of this first half, and they've done a great job of actually living their game plan. Mike Nance said they wanted to possess the ball 60% of the time. They're still right about there. Glen Academy has done a very good job after they scored their goal of getting back into this contest and putting a little bit more attention to their midfield play, but Alpharetta has come out and played very well.
And another key that Coach Nance said was to dent Glen Academy's confidence early on, as 21-0 is pretty daunting. That's a quote from him. Well, you get that first goal in, and all of a sudden the Terrors say, we're in for a match right now. 90-degree heat, this thing's not going to come easy to us. So they did dent their confidence to an extent. Glen Academy still is a fine team. They scored right away, but they know they're in for a match, even though they're 21-0 and Alpharetta's 13-6-3, which seems very pedestrian.
Yeah, it's almost to a extent where that 21 compounds. Every time they keep that 0 in that loss column, it builds. It adds almost a burden to be this good. They felt that they should be here. So not the fact that they are here, they have to finish. You don't want your season, the undefeated season, to come down to losing in the championship game. So that's what Mike Nance was getting at. Use their record against them.
And today's game also available for all subscribers via our mobile website. Log on to nfhsnetwork.com from your smartphone or tablet and view live games or replays from anywhere. Again, Glen Academy in the red, Alpharetta in the white, tied at 1 apiece. Mary Weigel 9 minutes in, and then moments later, Maddie Carroll level things at 1. In what looks as if it will be a very hard-fought, well-played, even type of an affair that's going to come down to the end. Good build-up here on this right side. Now some space. Little 1v1 situation. There's Weigel again with that speed. Mary Weigel, a wrecking crew, just trying to get through everybody. And a goal kick in the end.
Goal kick to Glen Academy.
Not just Mary Weigel, 2 other Alpharetta Raiders came down in support. Once they start getting that attack going, they're doing a nice job of supporting the attack and not just leaving one teammate down there to try to make magic happen.
Some real good combinations here, and all led from Jenna Horton as she gives it off. Oh, that's good time. Oh, well stepped, though. Overlap on this right side now, as they'll look to probably play direct, one would think again. Lacey Tucker goes that way. Knocked out of bounds. So far, a nice job of not letting Anna Meredith turn and run at goal. The one time Glen Academy scored was when they had a run at goal down this right side. Haley Williams now on the throw.
Counter opportunity.
Fuller with a good job. Tom Lemon said coming into this match, I believed in all 23 girls from the first day of the season. We played one game at a time. They've been successful with that formula for sure. Oh, and here's trouble, though. Going the other way. Keeper comes out. They did enough to dispossess Horton. Now the legs will start getting a little heavier. Still a lot of time left, but once again, the sun just beating down. Here's Meredith, wins that header, tries to get around the right side. And a clever shot to that far post. Made Corbin have to dive for it in the end.
Great job by Anna Meredith. And you mentioned her speed earlier. She got a chance to put it on display, and as soon as she cleared her defender, found the angle and just turned and fired. And yeah, made Jenna Corbin come out and make a diving save.
With an in-swinging right-footed kick. Normally that would be a little outswing to make the keeper dive, but it was so well placed on that far corner. Sophie Cox putting her body on the line. Oh, handball? Nope. Through ball, well done. Here we go. Abby Schwartz. And she gets taken down, and the penalty is called.
And Abby Schwartz, who did not start the game, but ever since this sophomore came on, she has just been full of energy for Alpharetta, and that was totally created by Abby Schwartz. Great job.
It's a great ball through, and I'll tell you, the foul was not necessary. She did not have the angle. They could have just sort of delayed it a little bit. Who was it that was called on it? Marley Johnson, I believe. The angle was not there. They got over quick enough. So here's Schwartz. She'll try and clean it up in the end. Looking for the lead.
And a great job by Abby Schwartz. She gave a slight hesitation. Bliss Hutchins kind of gave her tell of which way she wanted to go. And as soon as Bliss Hutchins reset back to the middle of the net, Abby Schwartz went where Bliss Hutchins was.
Very well done. Very clinical. But again, not a foul they needed. They did a nice job. It was a great through ball. But they did a nice job, Glen Academy did, to rotate over and have their sweeper, in effect, get over there. And instead of getting the angle and letting her continue to go left, she took her down. It was the right call, in my opinion, by Brian Marshall. And the Raiders back in front, 2-1.
You can tell she was worried about the cutback, but as you said, she had position and she had the help.
Just make her continue to go down that side, and she would have been all right.
But that's the respect that quickly Abby Schwartz is garnering coming in this contest. Her and Jenna Horton have just been running up and down the pitch for the bulk of this first half, and you can't help but think it's in the mind of the defenders that they've been so good at being a cohesive unit that she was worried about not her help, but Alpharetta help coming.
And both Raider goals have come off brilliant through balls. The first one was on the right side. This one came from the left side. Give that midfield credit. They are creating.
And Alpharetta wants to try to use this to capitalize and maybe get another one.
Absolutely.
Quickly.
Kick them when they're down for sure. You know the Terrors can come right back at you in a hurry and score goals in droves. Two's not going to do it today, one wouldn't think. Alpharetta's going to need some more now. The pace of this play, there's no getting deep in defending for if you're the Raiders. No way right now. As they retain possession. Oh, they had time again, and a long shot's going to sail wide. That's Sabrina Vayon.
Would have loved to see Vayon just settle the ball down and keep possession.
Yeah, that's one of those. She had time. We've seen that a few times. But again, we're 7 stories up. It's real easy for us to recognize.
We know where everybody is on the pitch. And she came in a support role. She was not really designed to have a touch there, so the fact that the ball came to her, the initial set piece did not go as planned.
Two-1 Raiders on top. Little turn here coming from Meredith. Looking to use that speed. She'll get doubled in this right corner. Cuts it back, chops it to herself. Look at Anna Meredith work. That'll be just outside the box. Another half of a foot, and we'd have a penalty the other way.
Brianna O'Brien picked up that foul. I'm sorry, that's Kate Roth picking up that foul. Roth she knew the speed of Anna Meredith, and Roth was the original one tracking Meredith down and had to pull off to allow fresher legs to continue the pursuit. Those legs got beat. Roth had to come back in.
You see the initial speed, but then you see the technical ability. When she looked to get closed down, referee will blow this back as he sets the wall. You see the initial speed. They rotated over, but then that quality cutback move created the foul. Little left-footed in-swing potential here. Let's see if she crosses it or goes to goal. A little bit of both right here, and well saved by the freshman.
Great job by Jenna Corbin with traffic coming in front of her. Didn't really have to elevate too much, but got her arms extended. Didn't let the ball get to her body. She met the ball.
Very clean in goal.
And strong hands to make sure that she secured that.
Carly Cohn. That's a pass to nobody. That's not what you want to do out of the back line for Glen Academy. Very well tackled in the back, and the move, they get the call.
Nicole McClellan did a great job of winning that battle. She loses that.
Her back a little bit.
She loses that, and Glen Academy's off to the races.
Well, that's Darrell Fuller, I believe. Yes, that's a great tackle. That's the difference sometimes in winning a state championship or not. That one tackle, especially with the Terrors' pace up front. Oh, nobody react to that ball. Alpharetta in front and saved by Hutchings. They did not get over in time. That's an error in the back, lack of communication. Well played, Schwartz. Abby now on the right side as they tweak things just a bit. Good ball to feet. Cleaned up nicely by Horton as she plays back. They go back to Caroline, and she takes a dump. Nothing doing, says the referee. Just a throw-in. Roth goes forward. And Carly Cohn gets taken down. Advantage played, a heavy touch. And Vayon, with that heavy touch, a referee will bring it back to the spot. Good refereeing right there. Very well done by Brian Marshall.
Gave him a chance.
Gave him a chance, yep.
Play the advantage once it was not there.
Now let's see how they play this. If Fuller wants to just knock it in the box, and it looks like she may. As Meredith retreats, sets up a little one-man wall. Ellie Fuller checks back in. Van will come out.
Alfred, a substitution, number 15, Ellie Fuller, in for number 3, Sabrina Vayon. And for Glen Academy, number 5, Mandy Kelsch, in for number 12, Cortland Rose.
Kelsch will replace Rodini. So the house cleaning appears to be done. Here comes Fuller. Nobody there, but not a good touch, and Alpharetta still in possession if they can save this. They do. Fuller. Very well played defensively as Fuller tries to get back. And here we go. Meredith now trying to get loose again. Good run down this right side. She'll probably look to cut it back, but taken down. Ellie Fuller. At some point, the card's going to come down if they keep taking down Anna Meredith.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be the final talking to Ellie Fuller that will serve as the final warning to the team. But a great job by Anna Meredith. She did not go full speed, kept hesitating, and Ellie Fuller just ran right through her.
Surprised they're putting a 3-man wall in the spot, to be honest. But Glen Academy's, again, not pushing tons of numbers in. Only 4 in the box here. So a 3-man wall. Lofting kick. I think the Terrors will put more in the box on these dangerous pieces, but not as of yet. Oh, here's trouble.
Poor pass.
Fuller now, dispossessed.
Great job by Lacey Tucker. Started cramping.
She's hurting, yep.
Just kicked the ball out of play.
Yeah, we saw this, like I mentioned, a whole bunch with the Calhoun Yellow Jackets last night, and it's a lot hotter on the pitch right now. She's going to sit down under that 10 and just get stretched out. Maddie Carroll will come back in, the goal scorer.
Academy, number 10, Maddie Carroll, and number 2, Sally Brock.
Sally Brock as well. Megan Adam will check out for Alpharetta. 2-1 Raiders on top. 8.5 to go here in the opening half. High quality soccer from both sides.
Also for Glen Academy, number 19, Megan Hudson.
Megan Hudson in as well. High school sports fans, never miss another game. Become a subscriber to the NFHS network. Watch live event coverage, game replays, and highlights from high school sporting events from across the country. Millions of athletes, thousands of games, one destination. NFHSnetwork.com. We are high school. Brandon Joseph, Justin Hanover. Appreciate you joining us here on the network. 3 more matches to go after this. Oh, something's going on there. That's going to be a handball, isn't it?
I think she thought it went out.
Yeah. Wait till that whistle blows, Sally Brock. So another free kick here by Darrell Fuller. Let's see if she plays to feet maybe this time. Has an option here to her right.
She can play it short.
Little clever chip. 2v3 the other way if they get some speed. Cannot. And they'll get Carly Cohn for a little over-aggressiveness.
And then Marley Johnson for a little shiver, showing her a yellow card. Little forearm shiver after the play.
Not a smart foul. Not using her head right there.
You win the contest, you earn the foul, and then you get so upset that you lose composure, hurt yourself by picking up a yellow card.
Yeah, not smart at all by the sophomore.
Yellow card has been issued to Glen Academy's number 9, Marley Johnson.
And Thomas Lemon is going to use this as an opportunity to vent his frustration with some of the fouls that didn't earn a card.
And you know what he's saying?
Meredith.
Yeah, he pointed to the other side saying, you gave me a card for that. We're on the run the other day with a few times with momentum, and you don't pull out the card.
Which credit to the referee for allowing coaches to vent their frustration in.
That'll work, though. The next time there's a takedown, there will be a card going the other way. The psychology of the referee. I'm not saying he thinks he's wrong.
No.
But that little dig from the coach is going to sort of belabor that
If you
point.
were aware of it before, and that's why he did pull over Fuller and gave her the talking to last time, now it's more top of mind. It's the coach-referee mind game.
Yes. Down this right side, looking to go through. Oh, just missed. And the keeper will come out in Hutchings. 6 and change remaining opening half. Still 2-1 Alpharetta. Mary Weigel with the first goal. Maddie Carroll equalized, and Abby Schwartz with a penalty. Thought she was going to knock that out. And we're level at 2 as Alpharetta with a mistake in the back. Instead of playing conservative and knocking it out, they try and just play with it a little bit too much, and I believe Sally Brock, the freshman, has made it a 2-all affair.
And Dara Fuller was the defender that got beat. She was going back to track the ball and
had an opportunity just to kick it out of bounds
just to clear
on the
it
side.
away. Sally Brock stayed with it and used a little body control to gain position, and Fuller fell to the turf, and Brock was left. Just 1v1 versus the keeper.
Yeah, in that spot, I thought she would just play more conservative. She, facing her own keeper, just get rid of that ball.
I think Fuller was in between, do I push it back to the keeper or just turn and fire it out of bounds?
Again, it's easy for us to say 7 stories up.
And it was a great job of picking the pocket by Sally Brock. She sensed the hesitation and capitalized on it.
Absolutely. So we approach the 5-minute mark, and neither of these teams have given up anything in the playoffs. Well, they've been dented for a pair so far. 4 goals already. Who saw this coming?
Scored in the 34th minute by Sally Brock.
Good teams don't concede goals. Great teams know how to respond when they do concede goals.
Absolutely.
And Glenn Academy has shown they are one of those great teams. Jenna Corbin came a long way and almost overran that ball.
Bounces on the turf can be tricky.
And with this synthetic field, a lot of it is rubber infill, so it's what's underneath it.
Good touch from Sydney Martin to set up this long ball as she played Kate Roth, who went very direct down the middle. That's a good touch inside. Shot from outside the 18 by Roth, who's now down the pitch.
Alpharetta needs to make a decision. Are we going to try to continue pressure, or do we need to turn and get back? Because that Glen Academy speed can come up and get you.
It is, but if they keep some numbers back, I think they're all right. They like the way they're moving forward as the trainer will come out here for the Terrors. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance is official awards presenter of the GHSA, with agents and offices in every county and every corner of Georgia. Whatever you need to protect your family and home, Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance has you covered. Money spent with Georgia Farm Bureau stays right here in Georgia, helping us support local high school sports teams and other academic programs across the state. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, always the home team.
How bad was the cramp? The trainer had to piggyback the player off.
I mean, you see what the Heat can do. This is still the first half. And now when the ladies go into the locker room, that's when they can really tighten up, and then coming back can be an issue in the final 40 minutes.
And there is an idea of don't go down to the turf, because guess what's hotter than the ambient temperature of 90 degrees?
Yeah,
the
that
turf.
Yeah.
Laying down on the turf is not necessarily helping your cause, so he dropped to one knee and was helped off to be stretched out under the tent.
They try and play quick. That throw to Carly Cohn, who's been very active and very aggressive coming in. They always show, or at least back in the day, in the game of the week for baseball, they'd be in, say, St. Louis at Busch Stadium. They'd say, it's 95, but the on-field temperature is 133, and you'd see the smoke rising. No difference really here. Fuller possesses it. They move it down right to left. Good bit of possession. Here's Vayon. Clever move to create space. They play it across. If you're Alpharetta, you always want one more defender than they have forward. So if they're going to have 3 forward, you must have 4 white jerseys back.
And most importantly, you want players in the midfield to get in front of players like Anna Meredith. Don't allow her to get 1 or 2 clean steps, and then she's off to the races.
No, that's certainly, you cannot afford that.
Stay in her hip pocket and then hand her off to the defense.
Final minute 30 to go in the opening half. Looks like another player is going to need to come off here.
Yeah, Kelso, freshman.
Elia Kelso, the freshman, who's been very good on that left side. Very gritty, very determined, done a nice job. Tucker will come on. Final 90 seconds. I think both teams just want to sort of reacquaint themselves, get out of this heat, take a 10-minute break. Here's Horton. Obviously, high school rules, there's no added time. So we do have 60 seconds remaining for sure in this half. Very well played in the back. Madison Brewer, another freshman. How young is Glenn Academy? Amazing. Freshman after freshman.
Good job of stringing together 3, 4, 5 passes.
Yeah. Now they run it goal.
Create a challenge before this half expires.
30 seconds remaining. And you want to take your time right now. If you're Sophie Cox, tie your shoe, eat a meal, take your time. There's no upside to this half with 15 seconds.
Send it downfield and let's take it to break.
It's a good win. They've got to go to goal now with 5 seconds. And that will do it. So a very entertaining first half. Glenn Academy and Alpharetta tied it to apiece. Mary Weigel with the first goal. Maddie Carroll leveled. Abby Schwartz with that penalty. And then Sally Brock with 5 and change to go. 2-2. We go to the break on the NFHS network. 40 minutes done, 40 to go. Come back in about 10 minutes.
Olive Garden delivers the final moments. Bring home Italian favorites and they'll cheer for you on game day. Olive Garden is the official dining room of high school sports, and with the new catering delivery service, you never have to miss a moment.
This event is brought to you by Olive Garden. Olive Garden is proud to be the official dining room of high school sports. With menu choices to please the entire family, as well as to-go and catering options, it's the perfect restaurant for your post-game dining. To find your nearest location or to order your meal online, visit olivegarden.com.
The Georgia High School Association develops and promotes opportunities for personal growth through interscholastic athletics and fine arts. The GHSA would like to salute its outstanding corporate partners: Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, Gatorade, Regions Bank, Georgia Army National Guard, Wilson, Georgia's Electric Membership Corporations, Sports Medicine South, Mizuno, U.S. Army, Technical College System of Georgia, and Select, the official soccer ball of the GHSA. Fans, get your official GHSA Soccer State Championship t-shirt at the Team IP merchandise stand. Today's game is being video streamed live on the NFHS network, produced by Play On Sports. NFHS Network, high school happens here. Join the conversation on GHSA social media at official GHSA on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. That's at official GHSA. In the first half, Alpharetta goal scored in the 9th minute by Mary Weigel and in the 23rd minute by Abby Schwartz. For Glenn Academy, 11th minute goal from Maddie Carroll and in the 34th minute from Sally Brock. As we begin the second half, we are tied at 2.
Down, 40 minutes to go, tied at 2. Glenn Academy and Alpharetta. Welcome back here to McEachern High School. Brandon Joseph, Justin Hanover in a 4-goal outburst. Mary Weigel, 9 minutes in, gave Alpharetta the lead. Maddie Carroll just moments later leveled at 1. Abby Schwartz with a penalty with 16 to go in the first half. Sally Brock, just under 6 minutes to go in that first half, leveled at 2 apiece. Very entertaining, high-quality soccer, Brandon.
Yeah, and you have a feeling that 2-2 is not safe by any stretch of the imagination. 3 will not win this game. What an amazing effort by both these squads. Alpharetta, who saw the undefeated record of Glenn Academy coming into the game, knew what they had to do, did a great job of getting up early, and Glenn Academy not fearing the fact that the scoreboard was not in their favor twice, always answering back. It's just an amazing first half of football, really championship caliber soccer.
And sometimes you'll have teams that play far away from you with a lesser schedule, and you don't necessarily respect 21-0 as you figure, well, now you're coming into Atlanta, now you're facing the big boys. But that win by Glenn Academy 1-0 over a Pope team that went 6-2 in the same region as Alpharetta certainly gave some instant credibility to what the Terrors are. So coming in, Alpharetta knew, all right, we've got a handful here. This isn't just some team 5 hours away that beat up on cupcakes. This is a team that just beat a quality Greyhound squad. So in white, Alpharetta. Flag stays down, borderline there. Going forward, here comes Weigel. Gets in the box. Mary Weigel. Very well defended. Megan Hudson, I believe that is, with a good job. And again, look at all the freshmen. Hudson and Brewer and Rodini we saw. Sally Brock, Haley McQueen. The future of Glenn Academy certainly is going to be just fine. See if any team makes adjustments. Certainly if you're Alpharetta, you have to limit that speed of Anna Meredith.
And a little bit on the fly, what we saw at the end of the first half was Glenn Academy ended up flipping Anna Meredith, especially later in the first half, just to try to get her some runs on the other side of the field.
We'll see how they continue to move some pieces around. Alpharetta now going left to right. And they'll get the Terrors on that foul. A little hold, I guess, by Williams. And once again, a recurring theme. It's 90 plus. Making it on the field, I would assume 100 plus. A lot of cramping, a lot of substitutes, a lot of fluid intake needed, that's for sure.
Both teams wasted no time getting into the locker room at halftime. Normally, you may notice one team may linger around, stay on the field. No. As soon as that halftime horn sounded, they hauled into the locker room.
Indeed. We'll see another water break at some point at the midway mark here. Very well done. Jenna Horton, so good in the beginning of that first half. Tries to get the corner, plays it back. Mary Weigel blocked. And shielded brilliantly for that corner. Good job by Fuller.
3 good touches. Fuller.
They can play short right here.
Weigel,
Nobody's
Horton.
coming out. Why not play that ball short? Why doesn't Fuller just turn around? They didn't recognize that Glenn Academy had nobody even looking at the ball. Instead, they'll run their play from the 18. Shoelace tying time for Kate Roth. Low line drive, serve back to the 18. Sydney Martin puts it down. Good move, shot. No trouble at all for Hutchins.
Alpharetta coming out like they did in the first half. Winning possession. But 3 great touches.
You're watching live coverage of the GHSA Soccer Championships on the NFHS Network. NFHSnetwork.com/GHSA, your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of Georgia high school championship action. Here's some room on this left side. Rolls it back, and a chance from the 6, and Hutchings with the initial save, and finally cleared away. Lackadaisical defending by the Terrors on that exchange. They just gave that left corner, and then the most dangerous ball when you drop it back. Now a chance in front, and again Hutchings stoned her.
Great play by Hutchins. She's down on the play. The referee does call the injury stoppage, but Bliss Hutchins in this second half has just stood on her head. And the referee called for an injury timeout, so she has to be swapped out.
And she's saying no. She's saying, I'm okay, let me stay. The trainer now about to enter the pitch, cautiously staying off.
I think the referee signaled for her injury, and she will have to leave because she was down in a heap when Alpharetta was possessing the ball. And as soon as a Glenn Academy player touched it, the referee did call the stoppage to get her up.
It wasn't, though, like they touched it in possession.
No.
So Glenn Academy was benefited the lack of play
by
there.
The stoppage,
so I think it's, again, the correct move by the official to make the keeper come out because Alpharetta still theoretically had a little bit of an attack going on.
Alpharetta had the pressure on. And the referee he couldn't call the stoppage with Alpharetta possessing the ball.
Exactly.
So as soon as the Glenn Academy player touched it, he blew the injury timeout. And looking up here, Bliss Hutchins was down in a heap.
Yeah,
so
she was. She looked like
a great call.
I think that was well called in the end. You can't have a keeper down on the ground and continue play. That's not fair. They're going to be upset their backup keeper has to come in with Hutchins quickly getting up. But I think that's a fair trade-off in the end. As we'll see a goal kick, Hutchins will come out momentarily. And they don't even have Lily Pruitt's going to come in. They don't even have on their roster a backup goalkeeper.
So their backup keeper was
forward.
Was one of the players already on the pitch.
A freshman forward now in goal. Well taken down by Horton.
And if you're Alpharetta, you want to keep this attack going.
And potential here with Fuller on this left side again. And that'll be a goal kick, so that'll be the change that they needed. The crowd of Glenn Academy getting up, standing ovation for Lily Pruitt's fine work in goal.
You know who is cheering the most? Lily Pruitt.
Yeah. And now Pruitt will Sally Brock. Well, that was Sally Brock. Pardon me.
Another freshman.
Well, that was Brock, I think, actually, that was in goal.
So Brock took over in goal.
They announced Pruitt, but that was
and
Brock.
Pruitt came in to fill the actual substitution that was needed. So Sally Brock goes from the furthest player back to the furthest player forward for Glenn Academy, but.
And now a set piece upcoming, about 35 yards from goal.
Sally Brock, as a freshman, spent 28 seconds as a championship goalkeeper. It all counts the same.
Hey, she's got the best goals against in the history of GHSA, right? Assuming she hasn't given up a goal this year. Shot from distance, blocked in the wall. Volley. Ooh, well saved the other way by Corbin. How good has Jenna Corbin been?
Maddie Cowell did a great job of settling that down, turning and firing there. As you mentioned, Jenna Corbin. She fielded one of the quickest shots
in
championship history to start the contest.
She did. Can't really blame each keeper. They've given up 2 goals, which is a lot for them, but it's not really their fault for the most part.
Good play.
Long shot. Oh, golazo! And Alpharetta reclaims the lead on a scintillating blast from the 18. And I believe that was Jenna Horton again. Took it down. Brilliant at upper 90.
What an amazing goal.
So Jenna Horton, who has been so good, finally gets in the scorebook, and that's about as good of a goal as you will see.
What an amazing play by Jenna Horton. Worked so hard. A lot of great touches in the first half, and now Alpharetta blood in the water. They're attacking.
Weigel. She could have pulled that out a little bit more. She would have had something cooking.
Right back to Horton.
Yeah. Some terrific goals today. None better than Jenna Horton moments ago. The perfect shot in that upper 90. Nothing at all the keeper at Hutchings could have done. So 3 goals they've now allowed. That's half of their season total. 6 for the season, 3.5 and change.
Glenna Academy has responded at every turn, and this is no different.
Overlap coming on this right side if they can get it there.
Couldn't get a clean touch.
No, well defended. Very good job there by, I think that's Sophie Cox.
Great job by Alfred not allowing Anna Meredith to get a clean touch to turn on that overlap and get it to Haley Williams.
Now the other way, getting the corner. Fuller.
They've done a great job of getting that corner.
Yeah, she really has. The ball just wasn't good enough playing it back. Defender able to just do enough. So Glen Academy with a goal kick. 3-2, Alpharetta now in the lead. Remember, if you want to watch this again and again and again, I know I do, purchase a DVD keepsake copy of today's event. Click on that blue Get the DVD button directly under your event in the video player, or click on the Buy a DVD button on the right-hand corner of the NFHS Network website. Certainly this will be a keeper for years to come, especially if you win.
Yeah, just to watch that Jenna Horton goal again and again and again.
That's an ESPN top 10 in my book. Wow, just inside the 18. Overlap on this right side again. That's a good ball played that way from Williams. Cross coming, knocked away. Still in the box, knocked out. Long shot. And that's tipped for a corner kick. The Terror fans get on their feet, trying to will their team to another equalizer. Very much just like Lovett and Westminster yesterday, the exact same goal pattern.
Point, counterpoint.
Yep. Let's see if they make a run to this near side. Some room there. A zone being played defensively. Headed down. And out of bounds.
Haley Williams, maybe one of the tallest players on the field right now, did a great job of getting her head to that ball.
Under 30 minutes remaining. A hot and steamy McEachern High School. High level of play. There's Weigel. Taken down well by Kate Roth. They try and build something on this near side. They look to go quick. Good job by Mary Weigel again, the first goal scorer in this match.
And Alfredo walking it down the field slowly.
A little more real estate each moment. Oh, that's a good throw-in. In the box.
Orton.
Played back. Weigel with a good job. They are creating opportunities by getting those corners. Glen Academy's defense. Some lapses.
And they're going to try to go back around that far side and turn the corner.
As Kate Roth now on the other side. This is where the conditioning earlier in the season and then throughout really takes its toll.
Onside.
Positive way. Fuller now tries to gain that corner. And a corner kick.
Corner kick to Alpharetta.
And Alpharetta just rotating bodies on that top side. I think that's Alana Dodd out there who has just been left on the island a couple of times.
Glen Academy keeping 2 forward now. So you see 3 Raiders trying to hang back. A little box zone around the 6. Fuller makes a run in. Low line drive. Headed out. Oh, clever soccer right there. Another ball going back.
Great communication, great passing.
And Sydney Martin just not able to cross that one, but good job.
Goal kick to Glen Academy.
Very confident Alpharetta side. They send Abby Schwartz back in, who has looked extremely competent, has that penalty goal.
And Abby Schwartz is going to go to that top side. They have really seemed to like in the second half.
Once again, Alpharetta, the 4 seed coming out of Region 7. 27 minutes away from a championship. You don't see that every day. A testament to how difficult that region is. Just a bit heavy on that pass from Johnson. Well done on this left side. Kate Roth gets through with a little bit of space.
Takedown, wow.
They're going to call that on Kate Roth.
Wow.
Alpharetta fans not happy about that one. Trying to play through. Sally Brock. And a Meredith fighting. Very well done by, I believe, Megan Adam. Quality turn. Space. Here comes Alpharetta.
Little miscommunication from Abby Schwartz. But nice
Mary
recovery.
Weigel, though, has some room on this left side. Does she cut it back? Played in the box. Left-footed shot, not enough on that goal kick in the end. As both teams really starting to feel this heat, I think, defensively.
A couple of miscommunications from Mary Weigel and Abby Schwartz, but they did a nice job of not letting it cause a turnover.
We'll have a substitution as the trainer comes on. Cortland Rodini. She'll check in. We'll have 3 more matches today. 2:30, Chattahoochee and Cambridge, the 6A boys. At 5 o'clock, back to the ladies in 7A, Milton and Parkview. And then the nightcap, Lambert and South Forsyth will do battle for the 3rd time this year. A couple of programs that know each other very well. Mandy Kelch will come off. Haley McQueen, another freshman, will come in momentarily as the keeper picks that one up. Brandon Joseph, Justin Hanover, appreciate you hanging out with us here on the NFHS Network. 6 games in all in about a 28-hour span. Playing from left to right. Good little possession right here. Emma Sorensen. Haven't mentioned the sophomore all that much. Long throw.
Good throw.
Yeah, almost over the head. They had a good run by Weigel. Very well-coached teams. Both Michael Nance, Tom Lemon do a great job. You see the quality runs.
And also empowering their players to be creative, to come up with good ideas while they're on the pitch.
Can they save it? They do. Now the counter from Glen Academy. Very well defended.
And as you mentioned in the first half, they want one more back coming forward in red.
Absolutely. At
3 came forward, they had 4 back.
At some point, they may want 2 more back. Here comes Weigel with that speed, looking to get around Kelso. Good job by Elliott. Another long throw in.
Good throw.
Here comes Weigel.
Good move.
Barry Weigel, and stoned in the end.
Bliss Hutchins again coming out.
Really getting the angle well.
But Mary Weigel with a great turn.
The defense, though, off of that throw, and they've got to read that better. They have got to get goal side. You can't get beat like that twice now.
Glen Academy has come out in the second half and not been on par with what they were doing defensively in the first half.
Right.
And a lot of opportunities created, and it's almost to the point where we're 17 minutes into the second half, and they've only conceded 1 goal, which it could have been 2 or 3. A couple of great saves by Bliss Hutchins.
And Queen does finally check in. So we'll see Haley in that right back position.
For Glen Academy, number 6, Haley Queen replaces number 8, Lacey Tucker.
Today's game also available for all subscribers via our mobile website. Log on to NFHSnetwork.com from your smartphone or tablet. View live games or replays from anywhere.
And we see the switch now for Glen Academy. Haley Williams comes back to this near side.
Oh, that's trouble. They missed the header. The shot goes wide. Can't let that ball bounce around in there and create some danger.
Goal kick to Glen Academy.
Still a lot of time left, but the pendulum's certainly going down. Another substitution. Madison Brewer and another freshman.
For Glen Academy, number 21, Madison Brewer, in for number 23, Elia Kelso.
How good was Glen Academy's middle school team last year?
Yeah.
It's almost absurd how good it is. All these defenders that are 9th graders, as that hits the hand and not called. Mary Weigel, well, somebody called it somewhere.
Almost had a Diego Maradona situation.
Yeah. Hand of God.
Free kick, Glen Academy.
Alana Dodd trying to play it short. But the 2 ladies up front for Alpharetta doing a nice job here. Has a big switch if she wants it, however.
Don't give them any breathing room. And they did try to work it back towards that middle of the field and to the far side.
Little 1-2 attempt, well defended in the end. Raiders with the lion's share of the possession. Oh, that's a great ball going forward.
good job in recovery.
Yes, very good job.
Emma Sorensen did a great job of getting back. But that's how quickly you can flip for Glenn Academy.
When you have speed on a dime. Great first touch. Haley Williams, very impressive.
Meredith.
Just corralled that on her foot, now leading up to a break. On this right side, she's going to get doubled, and there's the help. First time ball in front, keeper
Flags
comes
down.
out. Would have been very unlucky had she gotten that for the Raiders. But the quickness and speed again of Anna Meredith, almost able to get on that. And it is water break time with 19 minutes and change remaining here. We'll finally stop it at 19-11. The lone goal in the second half. Jenna Horton and Alpharetta cling to a 3-2 lead. This is, Brandon, where you really have to dig deep. This is what you think about when you start training 4 months ago. When we get to the championship and it's 90 degrees, this is what we're doing these sprints for. You really dig down deep, and the will to win is what the final 19-11 will be.
Your body may feel like it's on empty, but your mind has to say, no, we still got plenty left in the tank, and we have to go tap into that for these final 19 minutes and 11 seconds. If you're Glenn Academy, this is where heavy instructions are going to come and play for Thomas Lemon. We have to be better on that back line. We cannot allow any more runs, let alone scoring opportunities from Alpharetta. And if you're Alpharetta, hey, we're going to try to keep the tempo. They have been susceptible for us to create opportunities on them. But remember, get your behinds back on defense. We do not want to allow that flip. And we just saw it there with Sally Brock and Anna Meredith, how quickly that can flip.
It'll be interesting to see, and there's still too much time left now. It's still half of the half. But at what point does Coach Nance, and I'm not going to say park the bus, but at what point does he start dropping deeper and bring more bodies back, sacrificing maybe going forward?
I think once you get the idea that Glenn Academy has taken care of the back line exploitation that Alpharetta has been able to exploit, and they start taking that away, then you have to go to more of a defensive mentality, because right now there's offensive chances still there, and I don't think you want to leave any chances on the table knowing that Glenn Academy can score. So if you can get 4, you want 4.
Sure.
Once you realize that 4 may not be an option, then you go and you try to play for the 3-2 victory.
And again, still plenty of time. Still 19 minutes. That's an eternity. Either of these clubs can score 3 or 4 more goals. But there will come that time, maybe 7, 8 minutes, who knows, that Coach Nance tries to really reel it in and pack that box. But we'll see how this thing plays out. Terror's on it. They go long. Just enough of a head. That could have been trouble had that gotten over. Horton plays it out.
Offside flag up.
Velazquez trying to play it. Just a bit offsides. And certainly Alpharetta will milk this situation. They'll try and kill 30 seconds each whistle if they can. So nobody gets a ball. Ball boy not even bringing a ball. There he goes.
It's easier to milk clock when there's more clock left to milk.
That's true.
That's the old football adage. I can easily milk the clock at the beginning of the third quarter. Everybody knows what I'm trying to do at the end of the game.
Free kick, Glenn Academy.
This is where Glenn Academy needs to get something going.
Very well defended. Good step there by Dara Fuller. She's been very good today. Doing the little things. Foul called that time on Carly Cohn, she certainly had her share of fouls, says Carly today. Not afraid to mix it up.
And Alfredo just getting players back.
Need those bodies. 5 red jerseys, 6 white. Line drive. Ball comes through. Keeper reads it nicely.
Good job to get there by Jenna Corbin, but you want to see her come out a little bit more aggressive.
Did a nice job.
She's done
a very good job.
She's done a great job the whole game.
Here's Cone. Not a bad ball if they can run onto it. Here's Mary Weigel with that speed, a little collision, and well to lay off of that. And a great job, as always, by Bliss, who seems a little banged up, actually.
I don't know if contact did occur or...
I didn't see any. She laid off of her. Hutchins may have hit the ground a little bit wrong, and she certainly doesn't want to go out of the game again.
She left in that early part of the second half to the sternum. Looked like they were checking her midsection. So... still may not be 100% comfortable.
Good ball to feet. Here's Weigel. And Mary will win a throw. Madison Brewer knocks it out in the end. So we approach 15 and a half to go. We'll see Anna Meredith, who's taken a blow, about ready to come in. And look at this substitution pattern. 5 red jerseys about ready to check in. Maddie Carroll, Anna Meredith, Sally Brock, fresh legs. You see what Coach Lennon's doing. Trying to give him a break for a little bit. Mandy Kelsch as well, a bunch of starters to come in for this final run here.
This is the knob that has been turned up to 100 for Glenn Academy.
Yes, let's see if it really pays off, giving them this little break. And that's another foul by Carly Cone, who gets the yellow for that. Is the epitome of persistent infringement right there. Again, I can not be more happy with what Brian Marshall how he's officiated today. He's been absolutely brilliant. He knew exactly what was going on. Carly Cone had a bunch of fouls, and eventually you do get the yellow when that happens. Brian Marshall, phenomenal as the center referee today. And you see another left-footed free kick here from Dodd. Well fought by Kate Roth. And now comes the 5 substitutes. Some fresher legs. I'm not going to say fresh, but fresher legs coming in. The stretch run right now, and you can almost feel it from the Glenn Academy faithful.
This is effectively a package sub. This is the goal-scoring package.
The dime package. Where the next 5 minutes, they'll clearly have the fresher legs. They want to really take care of business. Big overlap on this right side. Not a bad ball if they can catch up to it. Sydney Martin, the freshman, back in for Alpharetta.
I think Alpharetta will start staggering their subs, creating de facto stoppages, let the players on the field catch a little wind, clock run a little bit longer.
It's all part of the way it works. You're right. Get that corner. Try and cut it back, and very well read by Fuller again. Mary Weigel with the match's first goal. Maddie Carroll leveled. Abby Schwartz with the penalty. Sally Brock then leveled. And as of right now, Jenna Horton, the lone goal here in the second half with 33:20 to go, has been the difference. An 18-yard absolute golazo for Horton. Brilliance. And Sydney Martin well won.
Just coming back on, using those fresh legs.
Here, Alpharetta will milk some more seconds. Fuller gets the check. See if somebody runs behind her. They do not. That's one of those conservative moments now as you're leading fairly late. You don't need to have another runner check back. You just want to play conservative and make sure you have bodies back.
And also, as you mentioned, for about 5 minutes, the fresh legs will be light years ahead. And then after a while, they will equalize. Everybody will start getting tired. Once you're tired, you know, the fresh legs will level out with you. So you will just trying to withstand the wave, handle the run.
But yet, right now, we see Alpharetta on the attack. So the fresher legs not being able to do much right here. Played up by Brock.
Now just stay in her hip pocket, make it hard for her to turn. Know that runner's going to come behind her, and that was Anna Meredith again.
Little frustration from Maddie Carroll when she did not win that throw. Here's Weigel, who I don't think she really wants to take this throw, as she's more of the receiver, but she does. Oh, clever footwork. Very well done by Horton. Under 12 minutes to go now. Good backup by Marley Johnson.
Meredith had to come a long way to get that.
Good ball to feet. Raiders looking to build on this far side.
And since Sydney Martin has re-entered the game, the freshman has been everywhere for Alpharetta.
Kelso. So gritty, just fighting back there. Smart play to let that ball go past her. Substitute apiece. Ellie Fuller back in. Cortland Rodini as well.
Haley Williams will get about 3, 4, or 5 minute break, and then they're going to expect her to get back in that game and be all over the place. And they get back on that 1-2 tandem with Anna Meredith.
Oh, that's well done.
Good job by Horton. She's done that a couple of times.
Oh, that's a handball in the box.
Referee
Not called.
Shoulder.
And off the crossbar.
What an interesting turn of events, and it's not over.
No, Alpharetta's still in possession until the great comeback from Brock. Little 1-2 as they look to get out of that corner, and they do for the moment. Here's Weigel. Plays it across.
Glen Academy just needs to relieve the pressure.
And they will do so with a bomb over the head of the initial defender, but well played by Adam. Or Horton in the back. We approach 10 minutes to go. Glen Academy needing that equalizer, trailing 3-2. Latter stages, not familiar with this scenario. Again, they've allowed 6 goals all year coming into this match, 3 so far today.
About 3 minutes or so, I think Alpharetta just figures out how to back things down.
Sometimes that can backfire, though, so it'll be interesting to see what Coach Nance does. Unlucky off the chest there.
You don't want to take the bus to the depot, but you want to set it in coast.
You do. That's a good analogy as Haley Williams comes right back in. You certainly can't get beat on the counter. You can't let that happen. You can't send too many numbers forward. Good job by Weigel.
Weigel, I just said her wants no part of the throw in. She's like, you got me one time. I'm not doing that again.
Right. No reason for her to have to throw it in. Here is Mary.
Great job.
Good ball. They have the other way. The idea was there. The execution wasn't in the end. That's there, though. Very well done using that width.
And take your time. Walk it up. Not the ideal scenario on that
Looking
play.
for a Horton, but
yeah.
right. Under 8.5 minutes now remaining. Glen Academy looking a little tired here. I've got to be honest. Alpharetta has been doing stuff like this, the little 1-2s of late. The Terrors not able to really regain much. Clever chip.
And the Terrors want to keep at least a couple of players lingering around the midfield.
And Weigel played across, looking for a fourth. And Hutchins gets over in time. Mary Weigel. How good has she been with Jenna Horton, the Alpharetta Raiders, 7 and change away from a state title. And frankly, right now, they've been the better side.
The whole second half,
yeah.
Alpharetta has just came on.
We have not seen much from Anna Meredith here in the second half.
They've effectively stayed in her hip pocket the whole second half. And even in plays that don't develop from Alpharetta, just barely they're not developing. They've been in absolute control.
Good run here. Good angular run as they take it to this corner.
Referee's going to allow that, which he's been pretty fair.
Absolutely.
Allowing tough contests.
Absolutely. Shoulder to shoulder's fine. Been an extremely well officiated game.
You love when in championship contests the officials allow the champions to decide themselves on the field.
Here's Weigel again, and that's going to lead to a corner and some more time milked off as Kelso forced to just knock it out. Terrors will keep 2 forward.
And if you're Glen Academy, at about that 15-minute mark, when you made those mass subs to try to get the equalizer, you did it in a mindset of we can get one here and then try to get the other one. And with it not working, it's become pretty tough now for them that maybe they used the legs a little bit too early. But they did it of the mindset of we can get 2.
And Glen Academy is going to have to make another substitution here. The Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance is the official awards presenter of the GHSA with agents and offices in every county and every corner of Georgia. Whatever you need to protect your family and home, Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance has you covered. Money spent with Georgia Farm Bureau stays right here in Georgia, helping us support local high school sports teams and other academic programs across the state. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, always the home team. 6:15 remaining. Legs are tight, legs are heavy, 90-plus degrees. It is absolute gut check time. Alpharetta on top, 3-2. Jenna Horton's incredible strike, the difference right now. The Terrors with 3 by their goalkeeper. They're watching other runs come in. Low line drive, played across and almost done to perfection.
Dara Fuller was trying to get on the end of that one.
.2:30, we'll have Chattahoochee and Cambridge, the boys 6A, then it's 7A. 5 o'clock, back to the ladies, Milton and Parkview. Lambert and South Forsyth will cap the festivities for 2018. And a substitution comes in, Abby Stevens, a senior, as the time continues to tick down. Abby Schwartz, who has a goal today, she'll check out. Terrors need a little lightning in a bottle right here as we dip under the 5-minute mark.
Unfortunately, that one off the foot of Haley Williams found the referee.
Stevens, plenty of room as they dip back on the runners. Here's Kelso. We will have the championship trophy presentation after this one. So make sure you stay right here. That Alpharetta defense, very stout here in the second half.
Meredith gets round 2.
They're not going to mess around in the back now. If they don't have anything, they'll knock it out, live for another day, under 4 to play.
All but 2 are back for Alpharetta now. And Alpharetta's just going to send it down and make them reset.
Megan Hudson's been very good today. That's not a good touch. Here comes potential trouble. And a card upcoming. Certainly. You cannot lose it to Anna Meredith. If she were to keep her balance there, trouble was a brewing.
And that was the only thing left to do to prevent Anna Meredith from getting around the corner.
Yeah, that's one you've got to take. No doubt about it. Ashley Dunlop, the sophomore, checks in. Caroline Horton will get a break.
Card has been issued to Alpharetta's number 16, Caroline Horton. She's replaced by number 4, Ashley Dunlop.
Carly Cohn about to come back in. Looping ball. Headed down. Who's going to get to it? And played out. Here's Kelso. Looking for somebody to pass to.
And this is no time to get comfortable if you're Alpharetta.
No.
We've seen goals scored in a lot less time.
And Brock just did not have the angle scooped up well by Jenna Corbin. 2:50 remaining.
And again, just another testament of Jenna Corbin, a freshman who came out and took a great angle to that ball to use her body to shield Sally Brock from having any chance at the ball.
Clumsy foul right there. Back to the goal. No reason to do that. Alpharetta keeping numbers back. Now they'll have somebody run on this left side. Narrowing in on 2 minutes to go. Here's Hutchings. She'll roll it out slowly. Plenty of room in this midfield. Good ball to feet. Nice 1-2. A little build-up coming here. Haley Williams been very good. She plays to the left side space. Sally Brock now on that left foot. Crosses it, played out. Now this should be offsides. That's interesting. She came back from an offside position just on the other side of the pitch. They did not call that. 1.5 minutes to go.
If you're Glen Academy, everybody's coming forward.
Yep, now's that time. Not enough quality on that ball. Let's go Raiders chant. Kelso with the throw, 60 seconds remaining. Alpharetta just got to pack everybody back right now. This is winning time.
And Alpharetta has no problem just sending it out of play. Take 2 or 3 seconds.
That's not what you want to do, though. Here comes Brock. Played out by Fuller. Final 40 seconds remaining. Everybody's got to come forward in red. Left-footed shot, not good enough, but bobbled. And we're going to have, well, an offside. The offside as the clock ticks down with 15 seconds to go. There's no reason really to rush this, that's for sure. If you're the Alpharetta Raiders, they are seconds away from a state championship. 4th in the region, but in the end, 1st in the state, and that will do it. Jenna Horton's the hero, and to the victor goes the spoils.
That amazing Jenna Horton goal will stand as the game winner for Alpharetta as they add a blemish to the record of the Glen Academy program.
We'll have the trophy presentation, but you see how Alpharetta's fitness flat out, Brandon, they were the better side.
Especially in the second half.
The final 40 minutes, they looked like the fitter team. They were able to really possess. In the end, they were at least 60% possession, as Coach Nance said they needed. They did, for the most part, contain that tremendous speed of Glen Academy. They adjusted. They did a better job in the second half. And Alpharetta, give them credit, 6 losses in the regular season, but when it was time to really ramp things up and plateau, they did it extremely well. They looked like a state champion today.
Yeah, and they will get to lift the state championship trophy. And it doesn't matter if you're 21-0 or if you're 15-6-3. You come into the championship game, and the only thing that matters is who has the most at the end of the contest. And today it was Alpharetta.
They did it after losing a quality defender in Emma Wood from last year's team. She was a leader since her freshman year, led by example. Coach Nance said she was the rock of our team. Well, the rock graduated, but Alpharetta continued to pursue, and they won a championship.
Jenna Corbin, a freshman goalkeeper for Alpharetta. This is a great way to start your high school career. Yeah. And she played amazing for the Raiders today.
Now the Terrors are going to get, did they give them the trophy? They're walking off the field already. But there is a runner-up trophy. Bright future certainly for Tom Lemon's squad is numerous freshmen. Certainly they'll lose Bliss Hutchings, which will take a toll. Alana Dodd, Maddie Carroll, Jordan Wiles, Millie Velazquez, but everybody else returns.
And it's tough for the Glen Academy girls.
It is. It's almost like the Patriots back in the day, undefeated until that last game with Eli. It's bittersweet. They had a great year. Tom Lemon, a phenomenal job. But frankly, the Alpharetta Raiders, the better team on this day. Well deserved.
And Glen Academy will be back. We mentioned the amount of freshmen they've had.
So let's recap. Mary Weigel, 9 minutes in, the 1-0 Raider advantage. Maddie Carroll responded pretty much right away. Abby Schwartz with that takedown on the left side. She converted the penalty. Sally Brock leveled. And then in the second half, the lone goal was the winner. Jenna Horton, just a moment of brilliance from lucky number 7 as she went upper 90 for the win. And here's the trophy for Glen Academy, the runner-up.
And a great job of senior leadership by Bliss Hutchins, calling all of her teammates over, making sure that they all accepted this runner-up trophy. It's not the trophy that you wanted, but it doesn't mean your season was a failure, was not a success.
Not at all.
And Bliss Hutchins showed that senior leadership and making sure all of her teammates came over.
And Millie Velazquez as well, 21-1 overall. Few players for Glen Academy came in bruised up today. Took its toll against Pope and Creekview. Now the champs.
Soccer champions, the Alpharetta Raiders.
You talk about playing your best soccer at the right time. That's what the Alpharetta Raiders did this year. Down Harrison in the round of 16, always quality. Johns Creek, a team that went 8-0 in region this year. They upset the Gladiators 1-0 in that semifinal. And the Alpharetta Raiders, they'll take their picture right here. We'll send it off with this shot. Many thanks to Ian Harris, or pardon me, Ian Russell upstairs.